Hello everyone, my name is SABREENA HANY and my group members are ZHI PENG, LIN CHEE, HOKOI and YONG. In this video, we are going to learn dynamic partitioning placement algorithm. What is dynamic partitioner? Partition is consisting of variable length and number. Furthermore, each process is allocated a contiguous memory block of precisely the size it requires, which means no internal fragmentation. Moreover, termination of a process can release its memory block. How to use dynamic partitioner? If we are going to use dynamic partitioning to manage our memory and we wanted to allocate memory to a new process, we would have to decide which algorithm we would use to select an empty host, which means block of memory to use. Also, each algorithm is limited to blocks that are bigger than the new process. There are three types of dynamic partitioner, which are first fit, best fit, and worst fit. First fit, it scans the memory from the beginning and chooses the first available block that is large enough. It may have many processes loaded in the front end of memory that must be searched over when trying to find a free block. Best fit scans all empty spaces and chooses the block that is closest in size to the request. Furthermore, it is the worst performer overall. Moreover, minimal need for external fragmentation. While for the worst fit scans all the empty spaces and choose the largest block. Moreover, if there were both same size blocks, choose the most front. Lastly, compaction is required to obtain a large block at the end of memory. For question 1, the dynamic partitioning scheme is being used in the system, and the current memory configuration is as shown below. The shaded areas are allocated blocks, while the unshaded areas are free blocks. So, we are going to show how the memory request above is allocation schemes, one process per element, and indicate the starting address for each of the blocks, which are best fit and worst fit. Let's start with best fit. Remember, best fit means we need to choose the block or the empty space that is closest to the size of the request. For the best fit, we need to go through all the sizes and choose the best empty space. Here is how we are going to swap in the process into the memory. There are 6 processes with the size of process in kilobytes. So, how to insert all these 6 processes into the empty space in the memory? We have to insert the process, follow the sequence, insert process 1 first, then only process 2, process 3, and so on. So, let's begin with step 1, compaction. First, we need to find what is the size of those empty space, and for the compaction process, we need to combine the empty space that next to the next become one big whole. So, 69 minus 39 is equals to 30. 163 minus 75 is equals to 88. So here, based on the question, we got 2 pair of shaded blocks that next to next. So here is the first block that we combine from 183 to 377. So the compaction will become 377 minus 183 is equals to 194. Second compaction is 674 minus 460 is equals to 214. So we have 5 holes here with the size of 30, 88, 194, 23, and 214. Step 2. Place the process in the most suitable free memory. So we need to insert process 1 first. The size of process 1 is 20 kilobytes. In best fit, we choose the size that the best can suit to the process. We have to go through all the sizes and choose which is the best suit for 20 kilobytes. Okay, so here 30, 88, and 194 are too big to insert process 1. So the best hole that can fit process 1 is 23. So we insert process 1 here. It starts from 421 plus 20 is equals to 441. So we got balance here. Process 1 is only utilized until 441. 444 minus 441 is equals to 3. This hole has the empty space of 3 kilobytes. Here is the new size of each empty space, which are 30, 88, 194, 3, and 214. So for the next step, we need to insert process 2. Process 2, based on the question 1, is 58 kilobytes. So, which suits 58 the most is here. So we need to insert process 2 here. So 75 plus 58 is equal to 133. The balance 163 minus 133 is equal to 30. Next, insert process 3 with the size of 7 kilobytes. The most suitable empty space that suits 7 is 30. So, insert process 3 here. 39 plus 7 is equal to 46. Next, we insert process 4 with the size of 51. Best suit the empty space here is here, 194. So, we insert process 4 here. 183 plus 51 is equal to 234. The balance 377 minus 234 is equal to 143. Next, insert process 5. Process 5 with the size of 129. The best suit 129 is here. So we insert process 5 here. 234 plus with the size of process 5, which is 129. Okay, so 234 plus 129 is equal to 363. The balance 377 minus 363 is equal to 14. Last, we need to insert process 6. Okay, process 6 based on question 1 is 63 kilobytes. So we insert process 6 here. 460 plus 63 is equal to 523. The balance 674 minus 523 is equal to 151. So next, we're going to learn worst fit. Worst fit, remember, we need to choose the largest or the biggest empty space. Again, the same steps, we do compaction to find each size of the shaded block. So 69 minus 39 is equal to 30. 163 minus 75 equals to 88, and so on. For step 2, place the process in the largest free memory or empty hole. So based on question 1, process 1 with the size of 20 kilobytes. So we need to find which are the biggest or the largest empty space here. So here we got 214, the largest. So we insert process 1 here. So it's from 460 plus 20 is equals to 480. The balance 674 minus 480 is equals to 194. So next, for step 3, we need to insert process 2 with the size of 58. So again, we choose the largest empty hole here, 194. So we insert process 2 here. Okay, so 183 plus 58 is equal to 241. The balance 377 minus 241 is equal to 136. Step 4, we need to insert process 3. Process 3 with the size of 7. So 480 plus 7 is equal to 487. The balance 674 minus 487 is equal to 187. Okay, so next, we need to insert process 4 with the size of 51. So 487 plus 51 is equal to 538. The balance 674 minus 538 is equal to 136. Step 6, we need to insert process 5 with the size of 129 kilobytes. So 241 plus 129 is equal to 370. The balance 377 minus 370 is equal to 7. Step 7, we need to insert process 6 with the size of 63 kilobytes. So we insert process 6 here. Okay, so 538 plus 63 is equals to 674. So here are the conclusion by using best fit algorithm, and the starting address for each process is here. Well, for the worst fit, the conclusion is here, the starting address of worst fit. Okay, here we got an extra question, which is question 2. Again, repeat each steps, follow the sequence of the process. Okay, for best fit, again for step 1, we need to do compaction. Okay, remember best fit, we need to choose the empty space that is closest to the size of the request. Okay, so step 2, place the process in the largest free memory or empty hole, followed by each process for the next step. So here, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, and step 7. And same goes to worst fit. Worst fit, again we do compaction for the step 1. Step 2, place the process in the largest free memory or empty hole. Worst fit, we need to choose the largest or the biggest empty space. So here are the same steps to follow. Step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, and step 7. So here are the conclusion by using best fit algorithm, and the starting address for each process is here. Well, for the worst fit, the conclusion is here, and the starting address of worst fit. For your information, you may pause the video for looking through the question and the explanation that I just presented. So, good luck and thank you for watching this video.